Hi, my name is Megan. I am the Assistant Curator at Two Rivers Gallery, and I'm going to be taking you on a tour of our Rustad Galleria. The Rustad Galleria is a space for regional and emerging artists within the regional district of Fraser-Fort George, and today I'm going to show you Pat Gauthier's exhibition, Ranchscapes. So, Ranchscapes is an exhibition of paintings by Pat Gauthier, who is from Fort St. James. Pat Gauthier is a rancher, now retired. She's very inspired by ranching, and it has been part of her life for many, many years. She, her husband, and her children ran Ridgeview Ranch, just in and around Fort St. James. And in this painting here, you can actually see a painting of her husband herding strays off the range with his horse. Pat is really inspired by her life experiences, and this exhibition really speaks to that. There's a whole bunch of different paintings here that represent ranch life and different scenes that are normal within her day-to-day life there. There's seasonal scenes like runoff in the spring, or scenes of cattle resting in the fields or in the winter on frost. There's also a sculptural painting. This painting is on a dimensional cube that is also on a turntable. The images on the cube are taken from a drone flying over Ridgeview Ranch. So, as I mentioned earlier, Ridgeview Ranch was started by her husband, Louis Gauthier, and it was originally started under a different name. That name was Todd Creek, and that's named after an indigenous man who used to live in the area. He was a trapper. Years later, the name changed, and they continued to develop the ranch as Ridgeview Ranch together. They did a lot of great things while ranching. One of the things that they did was implement an environmental farm plan. And this was really important to them because the one thing they really wanted to make sure they did was left the land and water in a good, healthy state for the next people who take on the ranch. And that's exactly what they did. Now that they're retired, a young ranching family owns the property, and they're taking it up and taking care of the land just as Pat and her husband did. Other scenes that we have painted here include a spring storm, more cows hanging out on the property, there's also swans that have landed for a rest in a field, and more cattle running into pasture. As well as drinking from the watering hole. Something Pat really tries to do with her work is pay close attention to tone and color and paint application in order to tell stories. Telling her stories in paint is really important to her, and she's been inspired over the years by her mother, who is of Shepswemic descent, and her father, who was a rancher and had a great love for cattle and horses. The last painting over here, we see three cows, resting among some trees. So thanks for coming on this little tour, and stay tuned for more content from Two Rivers. Thanks.